Hey Scorpios, welcome to Wednesday, November, is that the 15th? Holy moly. I'm going to pull a Shaman Oracle for you, Oracle card, and then we're just going to do the Thoth Tarot, and let's put this over here this way, yeah, and regular tarot. Spirit, what do Scorpios need to know today, Wednesday, November 15th? That was quick. The curse undone. We have the curse reversed. You may be hanging on to some energy, a feeling of like generational inheritance of like trauma or something that came from your family, some soul ties. You might just like be having some trouble letting go of this energy. Ooh, it says, be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people who love the most. Now you have an opportunity to clean it up. Yeah, the curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in your life can heal it fully. So, yeah, if you're hanging on to some sort of something from the past that could just be you, like like a call for you to do some shadow work, and it's like being projected out onto other people. I'm also seeing that because this is reversed, could very well indicate that excuse me, that this is someone else's shadow being projected onto you. So if this isn't you, like Scorpios being Scorpios, I think, like, quite often we're familiar with shadow work. If anything, we're, like, too comfortable with shadow work, and it's hard to get out of that, like, how can I be better? This could very well be somebody you're dealing with who is projecting their shadow onto you to not deal with it. With 1 and 4 here, the 14th yesterday could have been significant regarding that. Any actions you took yesterday towards somebody else, or that someone else took towards you, could be important regarding that. Wind. This is beautiful. I've actually never pulled this card before. It has this woman with a, I think that's a hawk. Card 63. You might be 63 years old. You might be 36 years old. This wound, this curse wound, could have been inflicted when you were 14. We'll read the wind. I just intuitively want to say that the wind is an interesting element because there's some, like, there's some relation to the idea of a butterfly effect. When a butterfly flaps its wings on one side of the world, there's that whole saying that it causes a tsunami on the other side. It's like whatever happened to you or whatever happened to this person, it's causing a butterfly effect that I think is really positive for you. This woman seems quite happy, and the hawk indicates like solar, I want to say male, whether male or female, like masculine, divine masculine, like understanding. With this woman, it's like a balance there of like understanding and joy. So we'll read that card, and then one more, the vision quest. Ooh, card 60. You might be seeing like 369 or 346. I really like this card. Her heart is like bared open to the moon. So something related to this full moon manifestation coming out of the new moon on the 13th and like leading up to the next full moon. You could be really manifesting something to do with your third eye opening, or like how it is that you envision your reality can be playing out in front of you in ways that are noticeable, and even it's like you're riding a wave of what you envision, if that makes sense. It's like you envision something. This came out in your reading the other day where you had the Magician and Works, the 3 of Discs. It's like what you speak, you can see it manifests like almost instantaneously. And this Vision Quest card is speaking to me in that way up until this next full moon. So let's read card 63 and then we'll get into the tarot. Thank you for all your well wishes regarding feeling better. I'm starting to feel better already, although I still sound pretty stuffy. I'm actually feeling a lot better. So. 63. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. South carries a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, let go of attachment and ego desires. North, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. East, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever the way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving forward towards it and receiving its lessons. Ooh. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now that you've gained your greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. Ooh, okay. We're going to clarify all of these with tarot, and we'll read card 60 as well. I think the curse kind of speaks for itself and is up for your interpretation in regards to the messages that came through intuitively with it. But Vision Quest. The Vision Quest... in the Vision Quest, you face your fear, embrace your mortality, and then meet face-to-face with spirit. Ooh. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. The invitation in this card is to find clarity by spending time alone in nature. This came out in your reading at the beginning of the week, Scorpios. If you live in a city, go for walks in a park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves, so set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision for your life. Okay, woo! So I have this feeling, Scorpios, that... Oh, okay. Futility, 7 of Swords, Moon in Aquarius. I have this feeling, Scorpios, that this curse that was undone. I have this feeling this was a curse that was undone, and that up until this point, it's like you've sort of been working through that karmic baggage, and with this card saying like it was this card actually saying be careful what actions you take. It's like you've undone your karmic baggage. This came out at the beginning of the week. Also, any like previous life stuff you came here with, any stuff that you came with from like childhood, it's like you've kind of worked through all of those iterations of your karma, and you're starting a new dharma, a new like wheel of life cycle, and the actions that you take here on out are fully your choice, which isn't always, I think, true for people. A lot of people are working from impulses, from subconscious, like, aversion, from, you know, like, whatever karmic baggage they came here with, like, generational trauma. It's like you've worked through all that, is what this reading is telling me, and... it's like in working through all that, you're now at a place where you can consciously choose to draft what comes in your life. 8 of Cups. Reverse coming out. Wanting to show itself. It's like you've walked away. Or you've been trying not to walk away from something. 7 of Swords, futility, the curse. This is also speaking to me, the 7 of Swords underneath the curse reversed, to like a situation where you see essentially both sides of something, and you have to take a position, not because you want to like situate yourself on one side or the other or take sides, but because you need to hold your own boundaries. And in holding your own boundaries, it's like, while you can see the other side, you're not going to take the position of someone else's. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you have empathy for this other side, whatever this is. You have empathy for those who you've potentially needed to like cut out, but you're seeing the circumstances of this clearing out as like kind of just the way things needed to be. And you're seeing the, what do you call it? Like you're seeing duality, and you're seeing how it pertains to the bigger picture of reality, and kind of realizing that you being in physical form and seeing from a spiritual perspective allows you to kind of like see the bigger picture, but in your ego self, you have to take sides. It's futile to try and avoid this like separation, because being in form, a spirit in a physical body, being in 3D form, it's like you have to sort of play through that physicality, if that makes sense. It's essential to have separation to be in physical form, is what I'm hearing. So this Queen of Cups is like you having empathy for the situation and for the people involved in the situation, especially if they're your family, or there's somebody who is like dealing with like a family inheritance of trauma, or a sort of, again, a curse, if you believe in something like that. But it's like you still have to maintain your boundaries, which is this 7 of Swords, this futility card, the Moon in Aquarius. These both wanted to come out, I guess. 9 of Pentacles reverse underneath the wind, and the 8 of Wands, swiftness. This is a Sagittarius, Mercury and Sagittarius card, Venus and Virgo. Vision Quest, the Hangman reversed. The Emperor reversed, wanting to show up on the bottom. Temperance. Temperance has come out in your reading quite a lot, Scorpio. This is Sagittarius as well. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius. The 10 of Cups here, Mars and Pisces, the Princess of Wands with Prudence. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, or this vision quest might be coming as a result of like things moving quite quickly in your life suddenly. With the, oh shoot, sorry, I just threw that card on the ground. I'm all comfy here. Excuse me. With the 8 of Wands here and then the Hangman reverse, it's like something might be moving quite quickly in your life. You might come to a point where Nine of Pentacles is reversed, but I think what it's saying is that you may come into a lot of gain, or like feel a sense of gain, and like realize it's not what you want. I don't know why that's how it's reading to me right now, but like usually when I see the 9 of Pentacles reversed, it's like somebody who's it's like they're putting on a facade, like they're alone, but they're not happy about it. They're just kind of pretending. I almost am thinking like Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time is standing out for some reason, is coming to my mind for some reason for this 9 of Pentacles reversed. it's like maybe you find yourself in some space of aloneness, and while you thought it would make you happy, you very quickly realize it isn't, and so you become unstuck and find this means of like balancing out like what it is that you feel you're missing. With the vision quest in art here, you might very well just be an artist, like somebody who needed time alone in order to create, in order to make your works. But with the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Hangman reversed, it's almost like you thought you needed time alone, and then you're realizing like you find no inspiration there. And so instead you come back into community, or you follow kind of the wind. Also hearing colors of the wind with like Pocahontas, right? Like the art, vision quest. There's something here about letting the wind sort of carry your heart, like blow through your heart with this vision quest, like bring you to where you need to be instead of trying to control it. But it's almost like you find your way back into community, and then when you do make art, it's like more inspired. When you do what you're trying to do or make what you're trying to make, it's more inspired and it comes more easily because you're not like fixated on a result. I don't know about you, but like if you've ever sat down, like I like to write, and sometimes if I sit down to write and I'm like making a chore out of it, it becomes uninspired. It becomes something I don't want to do, and then it doesn't flow. And whereas like if I just sit down to write when the wind kind of like, justice on the bottom, when the wind kind of like blows through, the inspiration comes through, it's like it comes out better. There's something about, while discipline is important, there's something about like kind of going with the flow here, the inspirational flow. Justice wanted to come out. I'm gonna put justice. I'm not gonna put justice. It just, I don't know. You might be dealing with like something legal. You might be feeling a sense of like karmic justice in this situation, as you decide to step into this Seven of Swords. Like whatever you were trying to do or however you're trying to fix a situation is futile. I'm definitely seeing with the Seven of Swords and the curse reverse 14, you were dealing with somebody else's projection of their traumas onto you, and you've kind of taken the Knight of Wands, somebody who was like in and out of your life, flighty, wasn't like reliable. You've kind of taken this like understanding step towards setting your boundaries. Like you understand what's going on, why also they came into your life. Like if you believe in the law of attraction and you ascribe to it, it's like things manifest in our lives in order to activate archetypal like opportunities for us to work through archetypal like images in our subconscious in order to become more whole and individuated. And it's like you're accepting the lessons of this person being in your life and moving on from whatever cycle that was. That with this Queen of Cups and the mirror image on it, it's like you see how this person reflected you somehow, or you reflected them, and you're setting that boundary once and for all. The Tower reversed, yeah. You might have been, you were definitely this person's tower, right? There's Aries and Scorpio on the tower, both represented, right, by Mars. But I think this person was trying to cause a tower for you. Somebody was trying to do something to you, and you just like basically set your boundary and let that tower reflect back onto them, like knowing full well what would happen and knowing full well that you couldn't save them from themselves. Six of Wands reversed came out. I think in your reading yesterday, there's definitely something about some return to sender energy. If you subscribe or ascribe to the concept of black magic also, like this is very well potentially somebody who was trying to curse you. Somebody cursing at you, somebody setting a curse up for you, sending something your way, especially regarding some flighty, passionate, sexual, like, unfaithful energy they may have had, like trying to like send that in your direction. And you were just like, okay, is my boundary. Okay, weird. What is 9 of Pentacles reversed and the 8 of Wands under wind here for Scorpios? What is this? Ooh, the leaves on this wind card are standing out to me. Yesterday as I was driving, all of these beautiful like orange leaves were falling down across the road like in this cascade. It was like one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever seen. I was mesmerized. I was fully lost in the moment. So that's standing out. Something about this season. What is this? Card 63. Knight of Pentacles reverse, wanting to show itself. Although I'm not going to pull that out entirely. There may have been an opportunity that you did not take. Or an opportunity you're waiting on, thinking it was going to bring in some sort of 9 of Pentacles that didn't really. That's only for a few of you. With Venus and Virgo, it could very well relate to love in August. 5 of Wands. 7 of Cups on the bottom. This is weird. This is some interesting energy here. It's like by engaging in argument or setting this boundary, you've had to use some vital energy that would have otherwise been aimed towards this 9 of Pentacles for yourself. So you've like, if you believe in the law of attraction, which kind of seems to be a little bit of the heart of this reading for me right now, just intuitively, it's like you were called to a situation where you felt the need to draw a boundary. You drew that boundary, and in drawing that boundary, it's like you returned whatever was coming at you back to sender. Transmuted, but in having to fight this fight, you've had to like, you've redirected some of your vital energy away from your 9 of Pentacles. And it's almost like whether or not you had drawn that boundary, whether or not you drew that boundary, this was sort of going to be reflected back anyways, like based on the ideas of the law of attraction. And so you're realizing like you probably wasted more of your energy than you needed to, and in like drawing this boundary to like ward off what was coming towards you, which was never meant for you anyways, you've actually like kind of undone some of your whatever it was you were building. We have 63 here, 9, and then the 9 here. So like it's like you've learned the lesson of kind of going with the flow as far as your inspiration goes. Like maybe you didn't need to put as much effort into this as you thought you did. And that's fine. It's not like anything was wrong with it. It's just that it was literally, it happened this way in order to teach you the lesson of like focusing on what it is you want to bring about into your life. With this 7 of Cups, it's like you're unfocused, but you very quickly learn how to focus with this vision quest and temperance here. What is the 7 of Cups with the 8 of Wands for Scorpio? Definitely something by Sagittarius season. King of Cups reverse? Interesting. What is the 8 of Wands with the 7 of Cups reversed for Scorpio? The Empress. This is I don't chase, I attract. Yeah, law of attraction energy. 3 again, 63, and 9. There's definitely something 3, 6, 9 might be important to you. Opening your heart. This is all about like this King of Cups reversed is somebody who's not empathetic. It's somebody who is cold, like very cold. The King of Cups upright is somebody who's balanced and emotionally available and supportive, is able to like be the rock in a storm, like especially emotional storms. And it's somebody who is I feel like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Elementals movie. It's like on Disney Plus. It's the watery guy from Elementals. He's like, maybe he's overflowing with emotion all the time, but it's not in an imbalanced way. It's just him being honest. This is somebody who never shows their emotions. You may have been coming off as like unemotional or cold or detached, or somebody else, this person you were dealing with back here was. And the reason they were in your life was to show you how to keep in this open-hearted space while also, like, with this Queen of Cups back here and the King of Cups reversed, it's like, instead of drowning emotionally, or like if you're using your emotions, for instance, to manifest, it's like you're not getting too caught up in the synchronicities as they occur. Like, you're not, like, some people, when they start to have a spiritual awakening, right, they start seeing like 11:11 everywhere, and then they're like, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? And it's like, sometimes 11:11 is just like, you just saw 11:11 on the clock. And while some people will also say like there's no coincidences, if you are ascribing or subscribing to those synchronicities and you're not ready to like to see the world in this symbolic way all the time, it can mess with your head, right? And so this is telling me that maybe there's a couple of times that you went through this cycle of like experiencing a sort of spiritual awakening or a Kundalini awakening or something, and you it like swept you away too quickly, and it actually destabilized you. And then like, because of the overwhelming number of options or synchronicities or whatever, it's like you would shut off to it. And this is telling me with the Empress here that you've learned the foundation of like nurturing yourself, keeping your heart open. There's like Venus energy here and Venus energy here. And like interpreting these synchronicities in such a way that like, as they come to you and as you notice them is the ones you're supposed to notice. You're not looking for them. You're not seeking out this like spiritual awakening or this extra woo-woo space to like avoid your problems or whatever. It's like, you listen. If spirit speaks, you listen. And if spirit's not speaking, you get quiet. And if you are not feeling like you need to get quiet, like, and you're just needing to do the normal day-to-day, you do that too. It's like you've learned an element of detachment that was necessary for you to be this Empress through heartbreak. Yeah, you've experienced so much heartbreak in your life. It was actually the key. This whole situation back here was actually the key to you being able to like have this life that you've been imagining, or this like this, I don't know if it's like you hit another, like I'm hearing like a windfall of like spiritual like gifts that are exactly related to being able to like envision something and watch it manifest. But if you had had this ability before learning this lesson, you would have shut off to it because you literally didn't have the emotional capacity or the vital wherewithal or the security, like the fundamental security, or even the mental capacity to be able to like handle it. That's really cool. If this reasoning, if this reasoning is resonating with you, if this reading's resonating, please like and comment and share and subscribe and let me know. This is really interesting. I love this. It's really different energy than I'm used to seeing. Four of Wands reversed. This heartbreak, yeah, could have been a marriage, could have been a separation from your community, a going within somehow, which is now you coming out or going without, kind of seeing, I'm hearing as within, so without. So like very much seeing how your internal world is reflected in your outer world. And maybe you were seeking outwardly for what you knew inwardly was like already there. The Two of Swords is wanting to show itself on the bottom. Maybe there was a choice you needed to make. What is this vision quest with the Hangman reversed, the Nine of Pentacles upright? That's appropriate. Yeah. So, excuse me. While you needed to divert some of your vital energy to creating this boundary to like protect yourself from this projection of somebody else's like stuff, or even stuff from your past that was like a generational inheritance, it happened this way so you could learn this lesson about not needing to strive for what's not yours. What's yours will come to you, and this is happening now for you because you've experienced this heartbreak, because you sort of experienced this separation, and you are seeing it specifically because you're seeing it in this light. Like, this happened for me, not against me. It's like this needed to happen this way so you could see that things are happening for you, that you are co-creating with the universe. And also to reach this point of some, the Devil reverse and the Six of Cups reverse are showing up. So yeah, also to reach this point of like not focusing too much on your past, not focusing too much on like the things that dragged you down, or the like sort of, with the Devil reverse showing up there, like the things you, I'm hearing like martyrdom, like you went through a lot and you needed to kind of heal from some space of martyrdom in a way. And then, yeah, not get too carried away with your emotions. As things come to you, you're finally in a space where you're able to accept them without like losing it a little bit, or like you actually feel your sense of self-worth, and so now you are open to receive. King of Swords reversed. To clarify this, interesting. So the King of Swords upright is somebody who is emotionally detached from a situation and rules with fairness. This is somebody who, King of Swords reversed, is ruling with, I don't think it's their emotions, it's out of spite. It's somebody who is taking action out of spite. So this person you were dealing with back here, this heartbreaks, Four of Wands reversed, cursed Knight of Wands reversed individual, might be really upset about you not being stuck anymore. But we don't need to worry about that person at all. Like, yeah, that's not, okay. King of Swords reverse, Temperance. This person feels like you, this person feels like you, you being happy is a betrayal to them. Like, you left them out in the cold so that you could, like, this is so interesting. 10, 5, 10. Swords and Wands. Huh. This person came up in your reading the other day also. It's like it's a spiritually, you've gone through this awakening, a major awakening about your self-worth and how to receive and how to like visualize something and like create it and stuff. With Temperance here, by Sagittarius season, you're literally using your vital energy to like create like your reality. And this person feels betrayed and left out in the cold and burdened because you didn't share this with them. But it's like, this Five of Pentacles is somebody who is, they don't have faith. They don't have belief. They see this, they're outside this church in a snowstorm. Like, I'm not turning towards faith for solace. And like, you took the leap of faith, but you also have some sort of faith. Not only like maybe at one point you thought it was your external reality, but again, with that as within, so without, it's like faith in the external is faith in yourself, and you've cultivated this faith in yourself because you walked blindly into this, like, you followed the wind, basically. You walked blindly into this, like, calling. And so this person feels betrayed, and they feel spiteful. And you may also feel this about yourself, like, regarding this beginning that you're in, this vision quest. Like, you might see, again, with this Seven of Swords back here and the Queen of Cups, you might see how this could look like betrayal. And how it could look like you leaving them out in the cold, and how this is a burden on you also. Like, you see both sides of this, and it's not like you jumped into this lightly. It's not like you jumped into this because you were spiteful. It's like you jumped into this because this was hurting you. They were hurting you. They were bringing their baggage to you. They were laying this tower, this Knight of Wands, this curse energy onto you as a projection instead of working through their stuff. And so in a way, it's like you actually, by setting this boundary, I mean, you protected yourself because you had to, right? And so you might feel like a bit of guilt about this, but like also there's nothing you can do for somebody who's not going to work through their own stuff. Like, you're not going to be a punching bag for somebody's projections. Whoa. Okay. So I want to call forth an outcome. This person's still trying to come into your energy, Scorpio. But it's because you're feeling this sense of shame, burden, and having left them out in the cold. I feel like this is potentially transmuted here. This is the transmutation card, right? Temperance. Through art. With the water and fire here, you might be working, and the wind card there, you might be working with the elements or doing some sort of like ritual. Let's see here. It doesn't have to be like Wiccan or pagan, or like even like I've done Sweat Lodge before, and in Sweat Lodge we like call to the elements also. Like, we leave offerings for the elements, and so it doesn't really matter, I think, what background you're from. Honoring the elements is like important in whatever we do. So some means of like honoring the elements here. And with this like scrawl, this script here, and the two faces of this woman, like understanding the two sides of the situation and using the feeling of being torn or burdened that comes from that understanding to transmute your vital energy into creation. That's like the whole point of you having gone through this, is like you're now able to create using that dichotomy, the energy of that dichotomy. So like, yeah, honor the elements and recite out loud what it is that you are creating. Like, maybe you maybe you're a poet or a painter. I don't know, painting comes through with that too. What is the outcome of this reading for Scorpio? Really cool reading today. The Hierophant quickly coming out on top of the Nine of Pentacles. So the Wind card was like, and the curse reversed, it was talking about like looking for a key, right? And the Hierophant is the key. This is spiritual knowledge grounded in reality. This guy is sitting on top of two keys that are crossed like these tens. And then this is card 5, the Major Arcana, and it's showing me here, Spirit's saying like 5 of Pentacles. This person is spiritually disconnected, and like you're hooked up. I don't know why that's like you've 2 of Cups. That's weird. I should have said it. So it's almost like you've replaced a like marriage or like a love situation, this heartbreak, with like the divine. You're coupling your choice with that Two of Swords that showed up earlier, and then this Two of Cups is coming out like the Lovers, like the energy of two, a choice, like a partnership. Your choice is to support yourself, because you know that, like, what's coming to mind is like, we are made in his image. Again, whether or not you believe in anything like that, like whatever your beliefs are, what's coming through is like, you're nurturing yourself because you're divinely created, you're divinely inspired, and you're quite aware. Queen of Wands flipping out, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You're quite aware at this point that, like, again, not everybody gets the chance to like clear their karmic baggage and to actually choose their path forward. You also know that in choosing your path forward, there are these consequences of duality, like kind of no matter what you do. So trying to avoid pain is actually just going to like create more of it, or like trying to create one thing by focusing too much on it, you might actually be like manifesting some feeling of anxiety around that thing, and then so excuse me, so creating like distance between you and that thing. So it's almost like you've gotten to this point where like supporting yourself by enjoying the moment is the best way you know of moving forward, of making these creations, because that's the energy that you're bringing to each moment. And this like coupling with the divine and just kind of working on your creations, that brings this, if you've been looking for love, this Two of Cups, this comes into your life if you choose it. But it's like you needed to have this within yourself in order to attract that. Like you've gone through all of that spiritual sort of stuff, emotional, psychological stuff. Queen of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles reverse came out on top of the Empress. This Queen of Wands is looking over towards this Hierophant, Nine of Pentacles. So this Empress opening your heart is like you opening your heart to yourself. And again, with this Eight of Pentacles reversed in the works, it's like, you know that wasting your vital energy on trying to like, this is I don't chase, I attract energy. Like on trying to chase, on trying to make things happen, on trying too hard, it creates more of that trying too hard energy, and that's more of what you're manifesting basically. And this might have been an experience you had in love, where you tried so hard in love, you tried so hard to like placate others that you were saving them from themselves, and you were like not actually saving them from themselves at all. You were doing them a disservice by like serving as a wall for their projections and like letting them stay trapped in their own crap. And so when you walked away, they might be looking at you as like, they did this to spite me, but it's like, it was just as hard for you to walk away. Your thing here was like, it was hard for you to come out of this being stuck in order to save others from themselves sort of energy. It was hard for you to line up with your spiritual destiny, because you knew it was going to take you into this like vision quest, temperance, like it was going to cause you basically to have to give up your skepticism and to give up this like, almost like, I'm almost getting this feeling of you enjoying being burdened by other people's things in order to like, it like codependency basically. Like you, sorry that sounded kind of mean, but it's like, if you have dealt with codependency in the past, this is you coming out of that in a like big way. And this is sort of the remnants, and what you, again, what you do to others, you're doing to yourself. So it's like, this is on both sides. How do we resolve this temperance kind of deal? Again, feeling whole in yourself, enjoying your moments, enjoying all these little things, enjoy looking good, enjoy feeling good, and feed that divine feminine, keep your heart open. The Fool reversed. Don't go back to this energy. This person has their own journey to start. This other person, what you don't see, what they don't see. The moon reversed, it's like with the two dogs at the, like, howling at the moon. I'm also seeing the two faces of this temperance angel here. It's like what you didn't see before was the vital energy that comes from these, like, basically being able to hold space for two stories, and two things can be true at the same time that don't seem like they should be true at the same time. And it's like what you don't see about this person's new beginning is that you withdrawing is actually giving them this vital energy back. And it's allowing them to go through this, like, state of seeing two things at the same time. There's the 1111 card reversed here. It's like you were robbing them of that opportunity just by being present with them. And they didn't see that either. And they might not. You know, we don't need to stick around for those things, especially if it was bringing heartbreak. Nine of Wands reversed. Again, 369 might be important on top of the Three of Swords. This person is wounded, yes, but they're going to recover. They're going to be okay. Queen of Cups, you're definitely being encouraged to stay in your compassionate energy. We have the Empress with the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups back here. Lots of divine feminine energy. And the Two of Swords, she can be read as choice, but she can also be read, to me, I think of the Two of Swords as somebody who is like a master of their extrasensory, like, capabilities. I see this person as wielding both swords and sort of waiting for somebody to, like, try her. Like, she's in training for her swordcraft, right? And the next step is, like, the Three of Swords. Like, somebody breaks her heart, basically. And she has to conquer her mind while dealing with this broken heart. But, like, in this card, I see her as having such mastery of the swords that she's able to, with these yellow shoes on, like, she's able to, like, sense danger even blindfolded. And she can make the choice that she needs to, even blindfolded. I don't know why I see this person as a she. It very well may be a he. If this person was watching you, it's actually brought them to a space of having a brand new, like this, the Moon, the Fool, and the Ace of Cups. It was good for both of you, even though they might seem hurt and burdened and whatever, and you might be feeling the weight of that in the choice that you made. They are being given a brand new beginning also, especially as it relates to their emotions, which is really good because the Curse, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower all reversed for them. All that energy for them is like not a very happy place. So you're charging forward. Things are coming quite quickly for you with the Eight of Wands back here. You're balanced. You've mastered the energy of this duality. You've mastered tempering the push and pull and the dichotomy between what appear to be opposites. And you've managed to transmute this through compassion and through understanding that, again, what you attract into reality is something you're working on within you. So that is the art. That is the art of being compassionate here. I'm going to pull all of these up. That's this Two of Cups down here. This is really good energy for you, Scorpios. It's really intense, like in typical Scorpio fashion. And I really enjoyed doing this reading. So if this resonated, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know how this worked for you, how it spoke to you. 10 of Cups on the bottom. If you'd like to enter for the 12/12 free reading giveaway, just put free reading in the comments. And keep in mind that I will not reach out to you for any reason except during these free reading giveaways. The only way I can get you a free reading is for you to reach out to me via email or through my Etsy. So if you do win the free reading, that is the only like condition essentially. You can put free reading in the comments. You can book a personal with me on my Etsy, linked below. You can sign up for the Patreon membership. It's $5.55 a month. And I just put like, occasionally I'll just put like a ritual there or something, or like an inspirational message. And I appreciate all of those of you who have already donated, and just all of you for being here. I love reading for you all. Thank you. Bye.